Hi, and welcome to Michelle Creations. Today we are going to work on this adorable little unicorn. And I've got a couple of different mica powders out to kind of show you what I have a thought process. I hope it works. I've gone ahead and mixed up some black resin. I'm assuming this guy is going to hold about the same as our little elk do, which is around 2 ounces. So that's what I've mixed up. I just mixed up actually just a little bit more than that, just in case it holds more. I have gone ahead and this is sterling silver mica powder, and I've gone ahead and put some down into the horn. I don't know if you can see it up in the unicorn's horn. I just dipped my brush down in there and swirled it around, and then I cleaned it up. That does take a little bit to clean that up, so that's why I did that off camera. I used less resin black mica powder for our resin, so I left that out so that I could show you what I used there. And you can use whatever brand of mica powders you want to. I think I've found most of the ones that I use, and I kind of have a mosh posh of different ones, they all seem to work pretty well. So I think it's just a matter of what you want to use and what you have on hand. So I have some Let's Resin Chameleon flakes that I want to try and color the tail and the mane with. And we're going to see how that works. And then I'm going to try and color the rest of our unicorn. I want to color it with this chameleon powder in a purple sky blue. I think those two colors together are super pretty. So we're going to try it. Now, if you've ever dealt with chameleon flakes, while I absolutely love these, they're amazing, they're wonderful, they do a phenomenal job of coloring, they are a mess. So I think I want to start with my powder, which I normally wouldn't do. I would do these first because it's the farthest into the mold. But I think what's going to happen is if I try to do this first, I'm going to end up dropping flakes all over the rest of my unicorn, and I'm going to make a mess. So we're going to start with the powder and hope that I'm not wrong, that this is the way to go. We shall see. These things are so pretty. So this is by a company called Nodway, Noddway. And if I can find the link for it, I will put it down in the description below. I will tell you that I have had these for quite a while, like probably at least maybe close to 2 years. I don't know if they're still available, but if not, like I said, any kind of powder. I'm wondering if doing this inside out would be easier now that I've started. Yeah, ding dong. All right. My biggest fear is I don't want to get it up into the mane, although I think it'll be pretty easy to clean out if I do. Way easier than the flakes. The flakes, they're kind of like, you got it in there, you're out of luck. It's there. You're not going to get it out. They stick to everything. So I'm just using, I can see my brush from the outside, and I'm just brushing it around everywhere, trying to stay out of the mane, but I want to get up into the ears, around the eyes. Try not to get too crazy here with my powder so that it doesn't go into the mane too much. I'm going to aim to get it down into that ear. With the mica powder, I think it's going to be easier to clean if I do get it into the areas I don't want it into, because you just take a micro brush or a towel with some alcohol on it, and it'll wipe right out. So, oh, I already got resin or mica powder down into the tail, so I'll have to clean that out. I think overall this is working okay. I'm going to have a little bit of cleanup to do, but it's not bad. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and finish this. I'm going to put you on a fast forward. You know what I'm going to do as soon as I finish with this color. I'm going to clean up out of the mane. I'm going to clean the tail up. And then I am going to try to do the flake without making a disaster. Okay, so when I think I've got pretty much the interior of that just about as coated as I can get, what I like to do is I like to go back with the mica powder and coat the inside of whatever I put the Chameleon flake on, just to be sure I have every square inch of this mold covered. Otherwise, you're gonna see the black. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the tail, just spread this around the tail. And then we're going to do it in the mane, and then we're going to fill it up with some black resin and see what we get. And the reason that I do that is you don't want any of that black resin to show through. You want it all to be color, or I do. Okay, moment of truth. So I'm gonna pour some in there, and then I'm gonna squeeze the horn and the ears and make sure that it gets down in there. And then we're gonna top it off. I'm gonna squeeze some into the tail, make sure we get all the bubbles out that we can. Oh yeah, I felt bubbles come out of that horn, so that was a good call. And then we're gonna do the ears. And the mane, because it kind of swoops, it swoops back a little bit, so I want to squeeze that, make sure we got all the air bubbles out of that we can. And then I'm just going to tilt it back so that it goes into the tail. Give that a gentle squeeze, that way our entire tail is covered. And then couple more little squeeze. I don't want any air bubbles. I have poured so many pieces and ruined them because of air bubbles, so I like to do lots of squeezy squeezy. And then the chin there, I'm going to push that down to see if I can release any air bubbles there, because that's also higher than the mold it pops up, so we could get an air bubble stuck in there. Alright, and then we're just going to top it off. And I try and keep resin in the tail. And then we'll come back and do the chin again. And we'll just kind of go back and forth with everything to try and prevent as many bubbles as possible here. And we'll top it off. Doesn't look like my mold is level. Oh, it's okay. It's not bad. Actually pretty good, actually. Looks like this spot was lower. I was worried I was gonna run out. Alright, I got a little bit of resin left. I'll figure out what to do with that. We'll let this cure, and then we'll be back to unmold it and see how we did. Be right back. Alright. I've decided I think I'm going to try and put Chameleon flake in my Snowflake mold and see if we can't kind of get a mimic of this one. I just want to give a big shout out and a thank you to you for watching us on our videos. I appreciate all the support. If you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below, and go ahead and subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps us out a ton. tapped it out in the trash can. Now I'm just sticking my hand in the black. Going around to see if I missed any spots, and I think we're pretty good. All right, we're gonna fill it up with black. I think I'm probably gonna end up having to make a little more, but that's okay. And then we will be back when they are cured. And then I'm gonna take a tip and just run around the edge here to make sure we get resin in there so that we can hang it. We don't want an air bubble in there. All right, we will be back once this is cured. All right, here we go. This one is not an easy one to unmold. Once you get it started, it's not bad. But, oh, my gloves are nasty. Lots of powder on them, and but the mold is super stiff, which is not a bad thing. It'll eventually, you know, break down that it's not quite so stiff. But what I have found is that once you get it started, if you just take your fingers and slip it up underneath the snowflake, it pops out a lot easier. Get a little bit of and you wait till it's fully cured. I'm terrible about not waiting, and it's still a little bit soft, and you cannot do that with this one. The mold's clean, the outside's a mess, but that's always okay. You ready? Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is cool. Not bad for mostly leftover resin, huh? Got a little bit of cleanup to do in between the flakes, but other than that, that's pretty slick. All right. Let's see how this little guy came out. Or gal. Thinking I'm gonna have to get it over that tail first. Never done this one, so there you go. Okay, close your eyes, don't look. Come here. It's hard to get a hold of. You know, if I'd spray soapy water in there, it would help. I know there's somebody out there saying that. Kathy, spray it. All right, fine, I will. Maybe if I get my finger in there. Oh, there, I heard it. There we go. Should be much easier to get out of there now. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ugh. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. Oh, she's so pretty. I don't see any bubbles. Her ears look good. Her horn is good. The tail is good. Oh, one little bubble under her chin. Remember I told you to make sure you get that out of there. I'll put some UV resin in that and fix that, but that's not bad. All that looks good. Okay. I bought these metallic Sharpie markers to see if this would work for painting this sort of thing. My trimmers are so bad that I would never be able to hand paint these. So I wonder if I just take my Sharpie yeah, that works. And do her little nose. And let's go ahead and do her smile. What's nice about this is already imprinted in the mold. See it's already down in there. So all I gotta do is put my pen in there, and regardless of how my trimmers are, all I gotta do is follow that groove. I say that, but for some reason there's no groove on the middle. I wonder if I just didn't get the air out of that. And I'll take my micro brush and clean up the edges on that. And if I wanted to, because my horn did not get, it didn't hold the silver for some reason. There it did there a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do the inside of the ears. I'm good with that. What do you think? I think she's stinking cute. Alright, thanks guys so much for joining me today. I'll take a couple of photos and put them at the end here like always. And we will see you. Let's see. So this is Friday before Thanksgiving. So I'll try and get 2 more videos up this week. It will not be on Thanksgiving, but perhaps on Friday. So, all right, we will talk to you then. You guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.